let's find a nice seated position. If you can, we're going to find that hero position. So I'm going to use my block, but you can use one or two blocks depending on what you need, and just bring it between your legs. And then we're just going to find our seat on top of that block. So kind of bring it between the ankles and let your ankles rest up against the sides of it. And then we'll take a nice deep breath as we draw the shoulders up around the ears, and then exhale, release and let go. Let's do that one more time, breathing in. And then exhale, let go. So to kind of bring us into this space to help us to land, we're going to do that alternate nasal breath today. So that's where we take that pranayama mudra. You can't totally see my hands, but we're going to tuck down the pointer finger and the middle finger, and then we'll leave the ring finger, pinky finger, and thumb up. And then we'll just bring that to rest upon our thigh for just a moment. So let's take a normal breath in together and out together. And then we're going to block off, starting with that right nostril, blocking off the right. So just take a nice normal breath. And then let's bring our hand up, and we're going to close off the right nostril, and we're going to begin by inhaling in through the left. So inhale in, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off left, exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off right, exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off left, exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off right, exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off left, exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off right, exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off left, exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off right, exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off left, exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, final round, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close off right, exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand relaxes, breath relaxes, body just finds that nice tall seated position. So just take some deep breaths here as you continue to land. There's nothing to do right now, but just follow the rhythm of your breath. I wanted to do this brief reading today from the Book of Awakening, because it really spoke to me as I was in the Bible this morning, and it said that we are just the clay in the potter's hands, and then how fitting that it was about House of Clay. So this first quote is by Anne Pima Chodron. The only reason we don't open our hearts and our minds to other people is that they trigger confusion in us that we don't feel brave enough or sane enough to deal with. So there's a clay house in South Africa. The roof was flat, made of loose sheets of corrugated iron, held in place by a taut length of wire that ran across the entire roof. Each end of the snug wire was tied to a huge sandbag, and both hung heavily on opposite sides of the house. It appeared as if the bags of sand were saddled of heaviness that kept the roof from flying away. At first, I thought, no nails or screws, how precarious. But for some reason, the scene stayed with me until I realized that the people who lived there could open their house to the sky when things turned glorious. Now, this simple clay house seemed an image of adaptability and balance, a way to make it through the storms and a way to open to the heavens. Now the heavy bags of sand were an honest and removable grounding source. So it makes me wonder, how much do I nail down prematurely? How much of my pain comes from ripping up what I've over fastened on days where I need to see the sky? So now just breathe in as you take any of that that spoke to you. And then just release anything that doesn't serve you from that. So today we remove the roof that we might have placed on our heart, keeping us open to the love that is always there. So our possible mantra for tonight is, I remove the block, opening me to love's presence. I remove the block, opening me to love's presence. So now as we remain open, maybe just take that moment to look up to the sky. And then exhale, just bring it down into the heart, bring that expansive sky into the heart. Let's do that a couple of times as we shake our head yes, as we say yes to being open. And then draw our head back above our heart, gaze at the horizon, and let's reach our arms off to the letter T. We're going to slowly flip the right palm up as we look to the right, and then come back center, and then look to the left palm as we turn the palm up. So just alternate the palms turning up as you look to the hand. And then maybe it's like you're wringing out a dishcloth. As your hand looks up, let the other hand turn a little further down. So the dishcloth is between the shoulders. As we wring out anything that's blocking us from love's presence. One more time each way. And then turn both palms up to the sky. Let's inhale high. Exhale, reach over to the right. Inhale, center, thumbs together, and then exhale, reach over to the left. And now inhale, center, thumbs together overhead. Slowly revolve to the right, let the hands soften down. Let's inhale, center, reach high, exhale to the other side. So we're going to add on, you have the option to stay just like we are, or we're going to do that revolving camel pose. So inhale up, revolve back to the right, let the rear hand plant down, maybe lift the hips, lift the hand. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the hand, and then inhale, center. Revolve the other way, let the rear hand float down, maybe lift the hips, lift the hand. Exhale, soften. Let's do that 3 more times or 2 more times each way. Just letting your breath be your guide. Perhaps your breath can be that love note to yourself. Last time, wrapping up, finishing up each side. And then come back center, reach the hands high, slowly melt the hands down to the heart. And now turn the palms out, slowly interlock the fingers, turn the thumbs down as you turn the palms away and lower the head down. As you breathe through the back of the heart, open your heart to receive from the expansiveness that's all around you. Inhale, draw the hands to the heart. Let's just flip the grip, so switch the finger cross. And then exhale, push the palms away again, lower the head down. Let the back body round. Let it unfurl. And then inhale, draw the hands back to the heart. Let's slowly unlock the hands. And if you have a block there, let's go ahead and remove the block. And then we're just going to shift our weight over to the left side. Shift our weight over to the left so that your feet are kind of like a mermaid's tail. So now let's lower that right hand down, reach the left hand high. And then inhale back. Let's draw the hips back over the heels and then shift over to the right side. And then lower the left hand down, reach the right hand high. Come back center, shift the hips back over the heels and go back to that first side. Let's do that again 2 more times. Just feeling a little more expansive through the side body. Open the side of the heart to love's presence that's always there. Last time, finishing up. Now come back center, slowly shift the weight back onto the hips. And then we're just gonna find our child's pose. So let your body begin to melt forward as you just let your belly rest upon the thighs. Maybe you bring a little space between the knees. Let the forehead melt down to the earth. And if it doesn't quite reach, bring a block underneath your forehead so that it has support. And once your head is supported, let's draw the hands alongside the heels. Now feel more expansion again through the back of the heart as you feel the open space between the shoulder blades as you open to love's presence. And we're going to just bring a little bit of movement. If it feels good here, you can stay here or you can join me. As we inhale, we're going to lift the head up, lift the hips up, lift the hands up, draw the thumbs together overhead. And then exhale, melt down back to child's pose with the hands alongside the heels. So inhale, let it draw you up and high. Exhale, let it melt you back down. Inhale, open the front of the heart up to the sky as you come high. Exhale, open the back of the heart as you come low and you receive the support of the earth beneath you. So once again, let your breath be your guide. Last 2 times. And this next time, let's stay high, coming up. So inhale, rise. Exhale, melt the hands down to the heart center. And you may need to walk back just like I did, just coming back to a little bit further back on your mat. So if you need to, you can bring your hands to the earth or we're going to step forward. So press through the left shin, step the right foot forward. So now just shift the weight forward. So maybe you need to bring your hands to the earth. If you want to have that extra balance challenge, we're just going to sink our hips back. So now just tick tock forward and back as you inhale forward, exhale, sink back. Start to feel the hip flexor expanding. And then as you come back, feel the hamstring expanding. So one more time, forward and back, and then we'll all meet back forward. Remember, use those blocks if you need them. So now we're going to slowly revolve. So either you can lower the left hand down or you can keep your hands at the heart and revolve and then tuck that outer elbow to that outer thigh. So now while staying revolved, we're going to maybe lift the left leg. So flex the foot, lift the knee, staying revolved if you can. And now slowly return back forward and then melt your hands down to the earth, framing your foot. And then exhale again, sink back. Pyramid pose, let the head melt down. So now move forward and back just a couple of times into your low lunge and then your pyramid. Coming back forward when you're ready. So maybe you can come up. So maybe use your blocks here. Maybe come to your thigh. Maybe come up to the sky. So now just release your palms, reaching out to the letter T. Slowly revolve, keeping the arms reaching forward and back in space. Slowly return back forward, lower the hands to your hips, and let's find that exalted pyramid pose. So lengthen out the front leg, let the rear heel sink towards the earth. Doing a little balance challenge here. Now reach your arms back to the letter T, slowly bend the front knee. We're gonna pivot the rear foot and open up into our warrior two. So let's be here and just kind of refine our pose as we check that front knee stacked above the ankle, check the rear foot, grounding in that outer arch, lifting the inner arch. And let's wring out those shoulders once again. So turn the right palm up, left palm turns gently down, and then switch, look back, turn the right palm down. One more time each way. And then turn both palms back down. Let's inhale to find our reverse triangle. Extend the front leg, reach the rear hand down, and then reach that top hand to the sky. Now exhale, melt the hands down to the letter T, slowly bend the front knee. And now find our side angle. So bring your forearm down. Let's bring that rear hand in front of us and then reach overhead, create that diagonal side angle. Opening yourself to the love that is always there. Let's shorten our mantra to I am love. And now as you maybe add on by adding the strength element, just slowly reach the right fingertips forward to the long edge of the mat. And then drop back. You can find the support if you need to. Reaching forward and back. So breathing in that love and drawing it back in. One more time. I am love. Draw it back in. Find the support. Let's slowly lower the top hand down, pull ourselves back up to warrior two. And now we're going to cartwheel our hands down, framing the front leg. Let's slowly lengthen out the front leg, head folds down. And now begin to bend the front knee, pivot the rear foot. Let's lower that rear knee down. We're going to come up one more time. So maybe stay to your fingertips or come all the way up to the sky. Let's melt the hands to the back of the head and maybe just a little crescent lunge, just a gentle look up to the sky. Open yourself to the love. I am love. Mini back bend here. Slowly reach the hands off to the side and back down to the earth. And then we're just going to shift our hips back and step the right foot back. So now walk your hands back and inhale high. Exhale, melt the hands down to the heart. So if you need to, touch your hands down because we're going to step the left foot forward. So press through the right shin. Let's step the left foot forward. So now just breathe here. And if you need the support of the earth, bring your hands down to the earth. If not, you can keep your hands here and exhale, just sink back. Lengthen out the front leg. So now just shift forward and back again. Your breath is your guide. Breathe in, I am love, as you move forward and back, as you let that love travel through every part of your body. Letting that love move to those tight, sticky spaces, through the front hip, through the hamstring. One more time, forward and back. And then slowly shift your weight back forward so you can lower that right hand down or stay here and gently revolve. So maybe plant the outer elbow to the outer thigh. So you can stay here, or we're going to flex the rear foot, lift the rear knee. And now slowly unrevolve, let the hands melt down to the earth, and then find your pyramid pose. Exhale back. So now a little tick-tock forward and back again. Letting that love move through those tight, sticky spaces. Last time, shifting forward and back. And then we'll all meet back forward. So we're going to start to draw the hands up. So maybe on the blocks, maybe up to the sky. Let's melt the arms to the letter T, and we're going to slowly revolve. So revolve, keeping the hands reaching forward and back, saying hi. Slowly unwind, return back forward. Now pivot the rear foot as you come into warrior two. So now just refining the pose. Check the front knee out, moving out over the second and third toe. Rear outer foot planted in. So now let's start to bring out the washcloth again. So turn the left palm up, right palm turns down. And then let your gaze follow whichever hand is up. Bring out those shoulders again. Continuing to hold your warrior two. Feeling those hips open. Opening you to the love as we wring out those blocks. Because the block is usually in us of love's presence. So that's why we do our forgiveness work, to release the block that's in us of the presence of love that's always there. One more time, each way. Turn both palms down, look back out over the left fingertips. Let's find our reverse triangle, lengthen out the front leg, reach high. Let your gaze go where it wants to go. And now as we exhale, melt down into warrior two, moving right into side angle. So find your support, and then let's take that rear hand, draw it in front of us, and then reach to create that diagonal angle. You can stay right here. It's a great place to be. If you wish to add on, just slowly reach the fingertips forward as if you're serving that love out and then drawing it back in. Serving that love out and then back in. We're breathing in that love that we freely give as we draw it into ourselves. Maybe one more time. And then find that support. Let the top hand circle down in front of you and pull you back up. Breathe here in your warrior two. Breathe in the power and strength of the warrior you are, the warrior of love. And now exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front leg. And then just exhale again, sink the hip back, lengthen the front leg. Now slowly bend the front knee, slowly pivot the rear foot. We're going to exhale, sink the rear knee down, relax the foot back, and then maybe come up to our fingertips, up to the thigh, up to the sky. So your hands can stay reaching high, or maybe bring the fingertips behind the head, elbows to the side, and maybe just your little crescent lunge here, looking high, any back bend. Then release the hands and then exhale them back down, frame the front leg. Let's just step back again. And let's take that little break in between, go back to child's pose, maybe some space between the knees. Just be here in child's pose. Inhale forward, we're going to come into our table position. We'll just move a little bit through the back body to see if there's any more holding here. Just let the back body move up and down into your cat cow. Last time each way. And then let's come on down to our forearms. So make the number 11 with your forearms. Open the fingers, open the palms. And then let's lift or extend one leg back at a time into our kneeling plank. Let's be here for this breath. Let's do our gentle knee taps down, barely touch the knee to the earth. Last time. And then soften the knees, relax the feet, soften the hips. Just gently look forward into your mini cobra. And now exhale, let the gaze look down between the hands. We're going to flex the feet. We're going to engage the core, lift the hips. So you have the option to stay here. We're going to do a little oblique work here. So turn that right forearm so it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. Turn both feet and then lift up that left arm. Remember, you can always stay here. I'm going to give you the option to do your star pose. So you can lift that top leg, find your star. You can flex the foot. Now soften the foot down in front of the other foot. Pivot, come back to your plank. Both forearms are now parallel with the front edge of your mat. Now pivot the other way and then lift up the right arm. Remember, you can always stay here. You can drop that inside knee down. And if you'd like to add on, just lift up that top leg. Exhale the leg down, slowly pivot the body back to the center, back to your plank. Soften the knees, turn your hands back forward, look forward. Invite the glutes to relax here. If you're feeling led, you can come down and come into your extended arm cobra, or maybe even upward dog, pressing through the top sides of the feet. So now if you're there, you can slowly sink back into child or press up into down dog. And then start to walk out your dog, pedal out those heels. Once you feel good, start to settle the heels towards the earth, plug the shoulders in, plug the navel in, pull the low ribs in. So now we're going to soften both knees. We're going to take our walk, step, hop forward, however we wish to get there, coming into our forward fold. And just hang out in your forward fold now. Maybe wrap the hands on the elbows. And now still your body. Draw your hands down to the earth. We're going to find our upward hand salute or upward back extension. Let's slowly draw the fingertips to the shins. We're going to start to soften the knees. Reach the hands to the letter T and then inhale, rise. Let's interlock the hands above our head. Turn the palms high. Slowly exhale, lean one way. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean the other way. Inhale, center. Let's flip the palms, draw the hands down to the heart. And then we're just going to flip the grip. So draw the other index finger on top. And we're going to add on. So just shift your weight a little forward and back. We're getting ready to do a little balance work. So now just shift the weight over to the left leg. Hover the right leg off to the side underneath you maybe. Just keeping it hovering underneath you. And then slowly turn the palms up. And now reach the hands to the left as the foot reaches to the right. Slowly inhale, center, drop the foot down. Ground in through the right foot. Let's hover the left foot now. Now gently reach to the right as the foot reaches to the left. Inhale, center, lower the foot down, lower the hands down, seal that love into your heart. And then inhale, expand the arms open. Exhale, melt the hands down behind your back, interlock. Charge the knuckles down, look high. Melt the shoulder blades together. So you can stay looking high, staying here, or maybe you gently find your humbled forward fold. So slowly soften the hands, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, fold down as the knees are soft, reach the hands up overhead. We're being flexible, just like that roof in the story, so that we could be open to the expansive sky. We're doing our balance work. Now we're going to do a little bit of strengthening. So soften the hands down to the low back, sink your hips back into your bound chair pose. Keep the gaze looking soft and down. Start to release the hands and just circle the arms back in space. Staying in your chair if you can. Now let the arms draw you up as you stand tall. Reach high, upward hand salute, mini back bend. Exhale, soften the gaze, soften the hands, interlock again behind you into the weird interlock. Charge those knuckles down, look high. Feel the heart open to the expansive sky as we remove the roof that might be over our heart to be open to love's presence. So as you breathe in, I am love, maybe you stay here or soften the hands down, soften the knees, hinge at the hips, lower the head down, forward fold. Let that I am love move through the back of the heart from the expansive sky above you. As that melts from the heart down to the mind to remember always. So now let's add that strength element. Soften the hands down, sink the hips back, bound chair pose. Send the weight through the heels. Maybe lift the toes. Release the hands and circle the arms back or forward, whatever feels best now. When you're ready, let the arms draw you back up to the top. Inhale, rise, mini upward back, solid upward hand extension, up, mini back bend. Exhale, melt the hands down to the heart. Let's inhale, swan dive, forward fold. Exhale, step the right foot back, wiggle the toes back there. Let's gently revolve, or wait, no, let's slowly walk both hands to the inside edge of the left foot. Let's walk it out to the outer edge of the mat. And let's soften that knee down, that right knee down, relax the foot back. We're gonna find our lizard pose here, opening our hips even more to love's presence. And I say our hips because our hips are the seat of our emotions. So we're opening up all of those emotional places to be open to love that's always there. So maybe you stay here, maybe you grab your blocks and you come a little bit closer to the earth, maybe down to your forearms. You guys know the options, but you can rock to the outer edge of the foot as you lift the inner edge of the foot, letting the knee fall open. Even bring your left hand on top of that thigh. Let your breath move into those tight, sticky spaces. You send those love notes to the tight, sticky spaces. Just be here for another few breaths in our lizard pose. And when it feels right for you, slowly come back to your hands, and we're going to keep our foot here, just shift our hips back. Maybe turn the front toes up to the sky, even maybe out to the side. And now turn the toes back, slowly shift the weight back forward. Move the blocks off to the side and heel toe that left foot back in alignment with the hip. Let's lift up that rear knee. We're going to plant in the left hand and we're going to gently revolve the other way. Just lift the right hand high. Exhale, soften the right hand down. Let's step the right foot forward, forward fold, hang here. Notice how the left hip feels compared to the right. Let's do our upward back extension in between the sides. So inhale, fingertips to shin, L-shaped body. Exhale, forward fold. Now let's step the left foot back. Wiggle the toes back there. And then we'll bring both hands to the inside edge of the foot and heel toe the right foot out to the outside edge of the mat. And now just soften that rear knee down, relax the foot. Let's stay here for a few breaths before we come down. Now maybe you'd like to come a little bit closer to the earth. You get to choose, maybe use your blocks. So you come closer to the earth, down to the forearms, and then go where you want to go. Maybe feel that rear knee open, or that front knee open. Just be here for another few breaths. Now, if that top knee, that front knee is pulled open to the side, just gently ground your foot, drawing the knee above the ankle, and then slowly come back to your hands. We'll stay here and just shift the weight back, lengthen out the front leg. Maybe walk the hands a little further back, maybe flex the front foot. Option to turn the toes out to the side. The ducks are talking to us. And now slowly turn the toes back to the sky, shift the weight back forward. Let's move the blocks off to the side, heel toe the right foot back in. Let's flex the left foot. And then we're going to step forward. So slowly press through the toes, come back into your forward fold, hang here. So now soften both hands to meet the earth. Step one foot back at a time, either foot, doesn't matter. Let's find down dog. So now let's lift the left heel high, bend the knee. So this is a great place to stay in your attitude position. If you wish, you can come into rock star as you let the left foot find the earth behind you and lift the left hand high. Exhale, lower the hand down, draw the foot back high. Now lift the heel high, turn the toes down. We're going to find our pyramid pose. So slowly draw the knee behind the wrist and then soften the right knee down, walk the foot back. So you can stay here in your exalted pigeon pose. And let's just walk our hands both ways. So we're going to walk our hands around that left knee, looking back. Just doing a little revolve here. And then walk your hands over to the right, looking back at the ankle to make sure it's in alignment. And then come back to the center. Now you get to go where you want to go. You can stay high, you can come low, and maybe find a little restoration. Just let your body rest here after all the work that you've been doing. As you let that love just start to move wherever else it needs to go. You breathe in. I remove the blocks in me, opening me to love's presence. I am love. One final option here, if you wish to thread the needle here, we're just going to reach the left hand forward and then thread the right arm underneath the left, just letting the side of the face rest down. Maybe you want to take the left hand back behind you there. Now if the left hand's behind, just gently bring it back down and unthread the right arm. Maybe come back up onto your hands if you're not there already. We're going to start to flex that right foot. Maybe walk that knee in just a little bit. Anchor the palms in, and you can either step the knee back or step the foot back into down dog. Shake that head out a little bit. No, shake it out. Yes. And now let's lift the right heel to the sky and then bend the knee into attitude. So just like before, you can stay right here. This is a great place to stay and be, opening up that hip. If you wish to go further into rock star, let the foot come down behind you as you lift the right hand high. And now slowly lower the right hand down, reach the right foot high. Maybe the knee is still soft. And then lengthen the leg, turn the toes down. Let's bend the knee, draw the knee behind the wrist into pigeon pose. Then we'll walk that left foot back, staying high for now. Let's start to just walk around both knees. So we'll start by walking over to the right knee, slowly framing the right knee and looking back. Now slowly walk back forward and then walk over to the left side. Look back at your ankle, your foot, make sure it's all in alignment. And then let's come back to the center. You guys know where to go. You can stay high or come low. We have nature as our music today. So just be here for a few more breaths. If you wish to add on, you can join me, but no, you can always just stay here. So if you wish to add on, we're going to revolve. So we'll just draw that right hand forward. So we can thread the left arm underneath and rest on the left side of our face. And then maybe keep that right hand forward or wrap that right arm around you so that you can release that anterior delt. Maybe just stay there for another breath. And then we'll start to unwind, lower the right hand down, slowly unthread the left arm. And then come back up onto your hands. We'll flex that left foot, just walk that knee in, and then step the right knee back. And let's just sink back. So bring the big toes together and let's bring the knees wide now. And then we'll sink our hips back. Let the head find the earth. Now walk your hands back, slowly draw the knees back together. And then one more thing here. So let's bring our hands behind us, fists behind us, and just slowly lift one knee or both knees up to release the top sides of the feet, the ankles. And now soften the feet down. Let's shift our hips off to one side, walk the feet forward. If you have a block, bring it with you because we're going to do our supported bridge to bring us out of class, to close us out of class. So when you're ready,
Maybe you find a boat pose here to just bring yourself down, or you just slowly lower down. So whatever you need now, let yourself find that. And then just find length through the body. Lengthen out the whole body. We circle the ankles, circle the wrists. And then draw the hands by the hips and slowly inhale, draw the knees in. Just rock the knees a little, circle the knees a little. Maybe find that happy baby. Get that last back body release. And we're going to do one final revolve. So if it feels best for you, you can windshield wiper those legs side to side, or just draw the knees into the chest, expand the arms out to the T, and then exhale, let the knees drift to the right or to the left. Let the gaze fall the opposite way. As you inhale, draw the gaze up, draw the knees up. Now let the knees fall the other way as the gaze falls the opposite way of the knees. Just feel the shoulders expand on the earth beneath you as you feel that support that's there. Let that inhale, draw your gaze up, knees up, and then drop the feet to the earth. Right, like mat lined up with the hips. And then we'll bring the hands by the heels or alongside of the feet and the hips. And then as you inhale, lift the hips. We're going to bring our block under us in that low setting. So bring the block right there underneath the hips. So your hips are fully supported. And then if you wish to get just a little bit of a massage on those upper hips, on the top of the hips, you can just draw the knees up and just gently rock a little. Just massaging the tops of the hips. Now find the stillness, start to soften the feet back to the earth. And just find the supported bridge here. And maybe if it feels good, just gently turn the palms up, opening you to receive. With the support of the hips, with the support of the back, with the support of all parts of you here. Let yourself fully land. Feel your feet land on the earth. So you feel a soft bend in the knees. Now feel the hips land. Traveling down the back as you feel the shoulders land and the arms and back of the palms land. Feel the back of the head fully supported. And now just let yourself rest here. And just come back to the rhythm of your breath as you breathe in, receiving that love, and then exhaling out, giving that love back out, giving it out to yourself for now. So imagine as you're in your home or outside in nature, wherever you are, imagine the room that you are in with no roof, with the raw light pouring in. Breathe slowly and bring to mind the roof you carry above your heart as you move through the world. Imagine what the clear days would feel like without the emotional roof. As you inhale, try to feel the pull where your protective roof is fastened. Just let whatever emerges emerge, as there will be stillness to just be. Now invite in a nice full deep breath here, bringing you back. We'll do one final pose to kind of bring us back. So just start to move the fingers and toes. But stay here on the block and just lengthen out one leg at a time. So start with that right leg. Maybe reach the right arm back overhead. Now draw the right hand back alongside of the hip, draw the right foot back, and then lengthen out the left leg. And then maybe reach the left arm back overhead. Now as you exhale, draw the hand back, draw the foot back. Once the feet are anchored, palms are anchored alongside the hips, let's lift the hips, remove the block one more time. Drawing the knees in, just gently rock. And then we're gonna roll to one side. So whichever side is calling you, lengthen that arm overhead and roll to that side. Let your body be held for this moment as you feel the support beneath you. Now press through that top hand. Slowly press yourself up to seated with the head stacking last. Find your nice seated position. Move the fluff out from underneath you and let's just draw the hands out. Soften the gaze down. As you breathe in, I am love. Let's slowly draw that around us like an aura of love surrounding us. Draw the hands together overhead and then melt that love down into the mind. As you pause, as you plant that into the mind, breathing in loving thoughts, sending out loving thoughts. Now draw it down to the words, draw the thumbs in front of the lips, breathing in loving words, sending out those loving words. And then down to the heart, breathing in the love into our heart to seal that in. And now just draw the gaze down to the heart as you surround yourself in that love with the mind to the heart and that heart mind bathed in love. And now slowly lifting up the head. When you're ready, namaste. From my heart to your heart. Thank you guys.